Becoming a Man, The Journey of a Boy to Manhood. Chapter 1, Introduction. Defining Manhood in the Modern World. The question, what does it mean to be a man, is as old as time. For centuries, cultures across the globe have grappled with this notion, defining manhood through complex rites of passage, expectations, and social roles. However, in today's world, where norms have shifted, this question has become even more relevant and complicated. Modern masculinity is not about fitting a one-size-fits-all role, but rather understanding and embracing the values, responsibilities, and qualities that make one not just a male, but a man. This chapter will serve as a foundation for understanding manhood from a contemporary perspective, challenging stereotypes, and presenting a holistic view of what it truly means to grow into a responsible, resilient, and emotionally intelligent man. What society says versus what you feel traditionally, being a man was associated with strength, stoicism, and dominance. In many cultures, manhood was defined through achievements in battle, providing for a family, or succeeding in the workplace. Yet, as society evolved, so did the concept of masculinity. Today, being a man is no longer about repressing emotions or being the sole provider. Instead, modern manhood encompasses a balanced blend of responsibility, emotional awareness, and personal integrity. It's important to acknowledge that these societal expectations can be confusing, especially when they seem to conflict with your own feelings. For instance, the pressure to be strong may sometimes discourage young men from expressing vulnerability or seeking help. However, studies show that men who embrace emotional intelligence and practice self-awareness have healthier relationships, are better equipped to handle stress, and ultimately live more fulfilling lives. Practical tip: start by identifying the expectations placed on you by society, family, or peers. Are these expectations helping you grow or do they limit you? Try writing them down and reflecting on how they align with your values. Core masculine values in the modern world. While there is no universal answer to what makes a man, there are certain values that tend to resonate across cultures and time. Let's explore these core values and why they matter. Integrity. Living with honesty and doing what's right, even when no one is watching, is fundamental. Integrity builds trust and self-respect. Resilience. Life will present challenges. Resilience is the ability to face these obstacles, learn from them, and keep moving forward. Empathy. Empathy allows you to understand others, build connections, and foster meaningful relationships. It is a trait often overlooked in traditional definitions of manhood. Yet it is essential. Responsibility. Taking responsibility for your actions, choices, and well-being is a powerful step toward maturity. Self-discipline. The ability to set and follow through on personal goals reflects self-respect and determination. Example in action. Imagine you have a friend who is going through a difficult time. By practicing empathy, you can listen without judgment, offering support without feeling pressured to fix things. In doing so, you strengthen your relationship and demonstrate an essential aspect of manhood, the ability to connect with and support others. The path of self-discovery and growth. Becoming a man is less about a specific moment or achievement and more about a journey of consistent growth. It's about making choices that align with your values and practicing behaviors that reflect the type of person you aspire to become. This journey requires self-discovery, an exploration of your strengths, weaknesses, dreams, and fears. Self-discovery is often a lifelong process, and each phase of life presents new opportunities to refine and define your sense of manhood. Practical tip: set aside time each month to reflect on your progress. What areas of your life are you proud of? What could you improve? This self-reflection will serve as a guide to ensure that your actions align with your values. Breaking down stereotypes. Many young men feel pressured by stereotypes that paint masculinity in a narrow light. Phrases like, "boys don't cry," or "man up," imply that showing vulnerability is a weakness. However, embracing vulnerability is an essential part of personal growth. The ability to be open, to ask for help, and to express emotions is a strength, not a weakness. Consider this. Studies have shown that suppressing emotions can lead to stress, poor health, and strained relationships. In contrast, men who allow themselves to express a full range of emotions tend to enjoy better mental health and more fulfilling relationships. So, rather than conforming to a restrictive stereotype, focus on building resilience through healthy emotional expression. Example in action. Next time you're facing a challenge, give yourself permission to express frustration or sadness. You could journal your thoughts, talk to a friend, or even engage in a physical activity to help release pent-up emotions. Over time, this practice builds emotional strength and resilience. Rites of passage. From tradition to personal milestones. Throughout history, cultures have used rites of passage to mark the transition from boyhood to manhood. These ceremonies were significant and symbolic, often involving physical challenges or lessons that taught endurance, responsibility, and respect. While such traditions are less common today, the concept of marking important milestones remains valuable. Personal milestones, such as graduating, moving out, or achieving a career goal, can serve as meaningful rites of passage. Each achievement is an opportunity to recognize growth and reflect on your progress. Practical tip: consider creating your own rite of passage for major life events. For example, after graduating, you might set aside a day to reflect on the lessons learned and set goals for the future. This intentional act will give significance to your accomplishments, building a strong foundation for the journey ahead. The journey to manhood is not a straight line, but a winding road filled with challenges, successes, and moments of self-discovery. This book is designed to provide guidance and insights for each step of this journey. In the chapters that follow, we will cover practical skills and values essential to personal development. You will find actionable advice on self-awareness, relationships, resilience, integrity, health, and much more. Each chapter concludes with a summary to reinforce the key points and encourage you to apply them in your life. By the end of this book, you will have a clearer sense of what it means to be a man in today's world, equipped with the tools and insights to embrace your unique path with confidence and courage. Chapter Summary. Manhood in Modern Society. Today's concept of manhood embraces emotional intelligence, responsibility, and self-awareness. Core values: integrity, resilience, empathy, responsibility, and self-discipline are fundamental traits of modern masculinity. Self-discovery and growth. The journey of manhood is an ongoing process of learning and self-reflection. Breaking stereotypes. Embracing vulnerability and emotional expression is a sign of strength. Rites of passage. Marking personal milestones can help you recognize and celebrate your growth. Chapter 2. Building self-awareness and emotional intelligence. The journey toward manhood begins with understanding oneself. Self-awareness and emotional intelligence, EQ, are essential skills for navigating life's complexities, building meaningful relationships, and achieving personal success. Many young men grow up under the impression that emotions should be suppressed or ignored, but developing a healthy relationship with one's emotions and knowing oneself is key to maturity. This chapter will dive into what self-awareness and emotional intelligence mean, why they matter, and how to cultivate them as a foundation for growth. The importance of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own emotions, thoughts, and values, and to see how they influence your behavior. Without self-awareness, it's easy to be driven by impulses or external pressures, leading to decisions that may not align with who you truly are. Self-awareness allows you to make more thoughtful choices, respond to situations with understanding, and build a sense of purpose. Studies show that individuals with high self-awareness are more likely to have better relationships, job satisfaction, and overall mental health. By understanding yourself, you gain clarity on your strengths and weaknesses, desires and fears, and how these elements affect your actions and interactions with others. Practical tip: start a journal. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your emotions, experiences, and reactions. Over time, this practice can help you become more aware of patterns in your thoughts and behaviors. Emotional intelligence: what it means and why it matters. Emotional intelligence is often divided into 5 main components: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Together, these qualities form the basis of EQ, enabling you to manage emotions effectively, empathize with others, and maintain healthy relationships. Unlike IQ, which measures cognitive abilities, EQ focuses on emotional and interpersonal skills, both of which are vital for personal and professional success. Self-regulation: this involves controlling impulsive feelings and behaviors, allowing yourself time to process emotions before reacting. Self-regulation keeps you calm under pressure and helps you respond with thoughtfulness rather than impulse. Motivation: a strong internal drive is often grounded in passion or purpose. Motivation in EQ terms isn't about external rewards, but rather an inner desire to pursue growth, improve oneself, and stay resilient despite obstacles. Empathy: the ability to understand others' feelings and perspectives strengthens relationships and fosters genuine connection. Social skills: building strong social skills allows you to communicate effectively, build rapport, and manage conflicts productively. Example in action: imagine you're in a disagreement with a friend. Instead of reacting impulsively, self-regulation allows you to pause, think through your emotions, and respond calmly. Empathy helps you see the situation from your friend's perspective, leading to a more constructive outcome. Practical strategies for building self-awareness and EQ. Mindfulness meditation: practicing mindfulness helps you stay present in the moment, which enhances self-awareness. Research shows that regular mindfulness practice can improve EQ by strengthening self-regulation and empathy. Start with short daily sessions of 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without judgment. Journaling for self-reflection: keeping a daily or weekly journal can help you track your emotions, reactions, and the motivations behind your actions. Over time, journaling can reveal patterns that might not be immediately apparent, providing insights into areas for growth. Practicing active listening: to build empathy, practice active listening in your conversations. This means focusing entirely on the speaker, without planning your response or letting your mind wander. Ask open-ended questions and validate their feelings to foster trust and understanding. Setting personal goals for EQ growth. Choose one aspect of EQ to work on at a time. For instance, if you want to improve self-regulation, set a goal to pause and take 3 deep breaths whenever you feel triggered. If empathy is your focus, challenge yourself to put yourself in someone else's shoes once a day. Example in action: you're in a team meeting and a colleague makes a suggestion that you initially disagree with. By practicing active listening, you focus on understanding their point fully before responding. This not only improves communication, but may open up new perspectives you hadn't considered. Overcoming common barriers to self-awareness and EQ. Developing self-awareness and EQ is challenging, particularly because society often rewards those who are quick to act and who appear strong. Some young men may find it difficult to acknowledge emotions openly due to cultural norms that equate vulnerability with weakness. However, research consistently shows that vulnerability and self-reflection are critical for mental health and resilience. Breaking the tough guy stereotype. Embracing emotional expression can feel uncomfortable, but it's a powerful way to break free from limiting stereotypes. Acknowledging emotions such as fear or sadness allows for better mental well-being. Fear of introspection. Looking inward can sometimes bring up uncomfortable feelings or memories. Yet understanding these areas is essential for growth. It can be helpful to approach introspection gradually, using tools like journaling or speaking with a trusted friend or mentor. Balancing self-awareness with self-compassion. Being self-aware doesn't mean harshly criticizing yourself. Practice self-compassion by accepting that everyone makes mistakes and has areas for growth. This mindset allows you to focus on improvement without being overly judgmental. Practical tip. Whenever you find yourself being critical, try to reframe your thoughts. Instead of thinking, "I'm bad at this," shift to, "I'm learning and getting better every day." Real-life examples of self-awareness and EQ in action. Professional growth. John was promoted to a leadership role, but quickly realized that his tendency to react impulsively under stress was affecting team morale. By practicing mindfulness and active listening, John learned to manage his reactions and became a more effective, respected leader. Personal growth. Mike often struggled with anger and frustration, which strained his relationships. Through journaling and mindfulness, he gained insights into his triggers and learned to process his emotions in healthier ways, ultimately improving his connections with friends and family. Social skills development. Sarah found herself feeling disconnected from friends and often misunderstood in conversations. By focusing on active listening and empathy, she learned to better relate to others, deepening her friendships and building new ones. Building a support system for emotional growth. Building emotional intelligence is an ongoing process, and having support can make a significant difference. Surrounding yourself with people who value personal growth can encourage you to stay committed to your EQ journey. Friends, mentors, or coaches can offer perspectives and advice that help deepen your understanding and application of EQ skills. Practical tip. Identify people in your life who exemplify self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Spend more time with them and observe how they handle challenges. Engage in conversations about growth and share your experiences for feedback and support. Chapter summary. Self-awareness, recognizing and understanding your emotions, thoughts, and behaviors, is foundational to personal growth and maturity. Emotional intelligence, EQ, comprised of self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills, EQ is essential for building strong relationships and managing life effectively. Practical techniques. Practicing mindfulness, journaling, and active listening are effective strategies for developing EQ. Breaking barriers, overcoming stereotypes, and the fear of vulnerability is essential for emotional growth. Support system. Building a circle of supportive and emotionally intelligent friends or mentors can accelerate your progress. By embracing self-awareness and emotional intelligence, you're building the foundation for mature, resilient, and fulfilling manhood. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of responsibility and accountability, two qualities that will further strengthen your sense of purpose and independence. Chapter 3. Developing accountability and responsibility. One of the hallmarks of manhood is taking responsibility for one's actions, decisions, and overall impact on others. Responsibility and accountability are essential traits that define not only maturity but also the ability to influence positively the lives of those around us. When young men learn to take responsibility, they gain self-confidence, respect from others, and a deeper understanding of their place in the world. This chapter will dive into what it means to develop accountability and responsibility, and will provide practical steps to make these values a part of your life. What does it mean to be responsible? Responsibility at its core is the act of being reliable and dependable. It means committing to your duties and following through on promises. This goes beyond completing tasks and includes being mindful of the consequences of your actions on yourself and others. Responsibility is built on the idea that your actions have weight and that you have the power to control your life by making intentional choices. For instance, in a job setting, Being responsible might mean consistently arriving on time, meeting deadlines, and delivering quality work. In relationships, responsibility includes respecting others, boundaries, keeping your word, and handling conflicts with honesty. Practical tip: start with small commitments. If you tell someone you'll call them at a certain time, make sure you do. By honoring small commitments, you develop a habit of dependability, which strengthens over time. Understanding accountability, owning your actions. While responsibility is about fulfilling duties, accountability is about owning up to your actions, both good and bad. Accountability requires you to acknowledge your mistakes and learn from them, rather than blame others or avoid consequences. This quality not only builds trust with others, but also promotes personal growth, as each mistake becomes an opportunity to learn. Example in action. Imagine you miss a deadline at work because you procrastinated. Being accountable means openly acknowledging the delay, apologizing, and taking steps to ensure it doesn't happen again. Instead of shifting blame or making excuses, accountability allows you to build respect through honesty. Practical ways to build responsibility and accountability. Setting clear goals and priorities. Responsibility begins with knowing what is important. Set achievable goals and prioritize them to ensure that your actions align with your values. By focusing on specific objectives, you reduce the risk of feeling overwhelmed or distracted. Example in action. Let's say you have a goal to improve your fitness. Instead of setting an unrealistic goal, like working out every day for 2 hours, start with something attainable, such as 3 30-minute workouts a week. By setting realistic expectations, you can build consistency and avoid burnout. Creating a routine and managing time effectively. Responsibility often requires organization. Establishing a daily routine that includes time for work, rest, and personal development can help you stay on track. Time management techniques like prioritizing tasks, avoiding multitasking, and setting reminders can increase productivity and make you feel more in control of your day. Practical tip: try using the 2-minute rule. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This helps prevent small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. Being proactive, not reactive. A responsible person takes initiative rather than waiting for others to prompt them. This means anticipating needs, preparing for potential challenges, and finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Proactivity shows maturity and readiness to take on leadership roles. Admitting mistakes and apologizing sincerely. Accountability includes being willing to admit when you're wrong. Apologizing sincerely and taking corrective action shows maturity and a commitment to improvement. Example in action. If you forget an important meeting, a responsible and accountable reaction would be to admit your oversight, apologize, and reschedule if possible. This response shows respect for others' time and demonstrates integrity. How responsibility builds trust and respect. People who are responsible and accountable earn trust from others, as these traits are foundations of reliability. In work environments, for instance, employees who can be trusted to complete tasks without excessive supervision often receive more opportunities for growth. In friendships and relationships, being dependable allows people to feel secure and valued. Being responsible and accountable also builds self-respect. Knowing that you can rely on yourself to follow through, manage your time, and admit mistakes without excuses boosts confidence. This self-respect can positively influence your mental health, reducing stress and increasing your overall satisfaction with life. Practical tip: ask for feedback from trusted friends, family, or colleagues on areas where you can improve your accountability. Often, outside perspectives provide valuable insights that you might overlook. Overcoming common challenges to responsibility and accountability. Developing responsibility and accountability can be challenging, especially if you're new to these concepts or have habits of avoiding consequences. Common barriers include procrastination. Putting off responsibilities can lead to feelings of guilt and stress. Combat procrastination by breaking tasks into smaller steps and rewarding yourself for completing each one. Fear of failure. Avoiding accountability often stems from a fear of making mistakes. However, reframing failure as an opportunity for growth can make it easier to face challenges head-on. External blame. When things go wrong, it's easy to point fingers at external factors. Yet taking responsibility involves focusing on what you can control. While external factors may play a role, accountability requires you to address your part in any outcome. Example in action. Let's say you didn't prepare for an exam and received a poor grade. Instead of blaming the test's difficulty or your teacher's methods, a responsible approach would be to identify where you could have studied more effectively. Reflecting on your study habits allows you to take control and improve. Building a support system for accountability. Developing accountability can be easier with the right support system. Friends, mentors, or family members who model responsible behavior and hold you to high standards can help you stay committed to your goals. By surrounding yourself with people who value growth and integrity, you're more likely to stay motivated and focused. Practical tip: find an accountability partner, a friend or mentor with similar goals who can check in on your progress regularly. This person can provide encouragement and constructive feedback, keeping you on track. Real-life examples of responsibility and accountability in action. In career development, Tom was given a critical project at work. By taking ownership and proactively checking in with his supervisor on progress, he not only delivered a successful project, but earned his supervisor's trust for future leadership opportunities. In friendships, Jake used to frequently cancel plans last minute. After recognizing how this affected his friendships, he committed to being more responsible with his time, resulting in stronger and more reliable relationships. In personal growth, Anna struggled with managing her finances and often found herself in debt. By setting a budget and using an accountability app, she took control of her spending habits, eventually building savings and reducing stress. The benefits of responsibility and accountability on personal growth. Taking responsibility for your actions leads to personal empowerment. When you are accountable, you gain control over your own life, making intentional choices rather than reacting to situations passively. This proactive approach to life fosters resilience, helping you adapt to changes and challenges. Additionally, accountability contributes to self-respect. Each time you follow through on a commitment, you reinforce your sense of reliability. This consistency not only builds confidence, but also motivates you to continue setting and achieving goals. Chapter summary. Responsibility involves fulfilling commitments and being reliable, showing respect for both oneself and others. Accountability requires ownership of one's actions and the ability to admit mistakes honestly and learn from them. Practical steps: setting goals, managing time, and building routines are essential techniques for developing responsibility. Overcoming barriers: combat procrastination, fear of failure, and external blame to develop a stronger sense of accountability. Building trust. Responsibility and accountability create a foundation of trust and respect in both professional and personal relationships. Developing responsibility and accountability may be challenging, but these traits are invaluable for your growth and maturity. In the next chapter, we will explore courage and resilience, two qualities that empower you to face life's challenges with confidence and perseverance. Chapter 4. Cultivating Courage and Resilience. Courage and resilience are two defining characteristics of a mature and fulfilled individual. Life presents us with numerous challenges, some of which may seem overwhelming. And the strength to face these obstacles comes from developing both courage, the ability to confront fears, and resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks. These qualities empower you to stay true to your values, pursue your dreams despite adversity, and emerge stronger after difficult experiences. In this chapter, we'll explore practical ways to build courage and resilience and why they're essential for the journey from boyhood to manhood. Understanding courage, the foundation of action. Courage isn't just about fearless bravery. It's about acting in alignment with your values and convictions, even when it's difficult or intimidating. Courage allows you to take risks, express your true self, and stand up for what you believe in. Importantly, courage is a skill you can build over time. While some people might be naturally more courageous than others, anyone can develop it by practicing small, intentional acts of bravery. Example in action. Imagine you want to pursue a career that's different from what others expect of you. While you may fear judgment or failure, courage allows you to make this choice for yourself rather than conforming to what others want. Types of courage. Moral courage, standing up for your values and what you believe is right, even if it's unpopular. This can include defending someone who's being mistreated or speaking up when you see something unjust. Physical courage. In some cases, physical courage is necessary, such as in situations where one must act despite physical risk. For instance, intervening in an emergency requires physical bravery to protect yourself and others. Emotional courage. This type of courage involves vulnerability, expressing feelings, and facing emotional pain. Being honest about your emotions and seeking help when you need it are examples of emotional courage. Building resilience. Bouncing back from adversity. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties and maintain a positive outlook, even during challenging times. Life is full of setbacks, but resilience keeps you grounded and motivated to keep moving forward. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding stress or hardship, but rather learning how to adapt and persevere through them. Resilient people are generally happier and more satisfied because they can find meaning in adversity and continue to grow. Example in action. Imagine you experience a significant setback, such as failing an important exam. Resilience allows you to acknowledge the disappointment, learn from the experience, and reattempt with a renewed approach. Strategies for developing courage and resilience. Start small and build confidence. Courage can be built gradually. Start with small, manageable challenges that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. With each successful experience, you'll gain confidence to take on bigger challenges. Practical tip. If you're nervous about public speaking, start by speaking in front of a few friends or joining a small group discussion. Gradually increase the audience as your confidence grows. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Resilient individuals don't view failure as the end, but as an opportunity to grow. Each time you encounter failure, reflect on what went wrong and how you can improve. This mindset transforms setbacks into valuable learning experiences. Example in action. After missing a job opportunity, take time to analyze your interview performance. Ask for feedback if possible. Identify areas for improvement and apply those insights to your next interview. Practice self-compassion. Resilience is easier when you're kind to yourself. Recognize that everyone faces setbacks and that mistakes are part of the learning process. Self-compassion allows you to recover emotionally and prevents negative self-talk from dragging you down. Practical tip. Whenever you feel down about a setback, try speaking to yourself as you would to a close friend. Encourage yourself with positive, affirming words instead of being overly critical. Develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that skills and intelligence can be developed through effort, is a cornerstone of resilience. When you view challenges as opportunities for improvement rather than threats, you're more likely to face them with courage. Example in action. If you find a particular skill difficult, remind yourself that ability comes with practice. Embrace the challenge as a chance to learn and grow, rather than giving up due to initial struggles. Visualize success and embrace the journey. Visualization is a powerful tool for building courage. Imagine yourself succeeding in a difficult situation, which can boost confidence. Additionally, embrace the journey, understanding that growth is a process. Seek support and build strong relationships. Resilience isn't just about going it alone. Supportive relationships can provide emotional strength and perspective. Having someone to talk to when times are tough can make challenges feel less overwhelming and encourage you to keep going. Practical tip: cultivate relationships with friends, family, or mentors who encourage you to be courageous and resilient. Engage in open conversations about challenges and support each other's growth. Overcoming fear. Practical steps for facing fears. Fear is a natural emotion, but it doesn't have to dictate your actions. Confronting and managing fear is essential for courage. Here are some practical steps. Identify and name your fear. Often, fear feels overwhelming because it's vague. Take time to specify exactly what you're afraid of, whether it's rejection, failure, or embarrassment. Naming your fear helps you gain clarity and begin addressing it directly. Practice exposure therapy. Gradually exposing yourself to the source of your fear can help you overcome it. For example, if you fear social situations, start by attending smaller gatherings, then gradually work up to larger ones. Use visualization and positive affirmations. Visualizing success in a feared situation can decrease anxiety. Additionally, positive affirmations, repeating phrases like "I am capable" or "I am brave," can help reframe your thoughts. Example in action. Before a big presentation, visualize yourself delivering it with confidence and imagine the positive reactions of the audience. This exercise can reduce your anxiety and build courage. Focus on the present moment. Fear often stems from worrying about future outcomes. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay present and focus on immediate actions rather than potential outcomes. Seek support when needed. Fear can feel more manageable with support. Talk about your fears with someone you trust, who can offer encouragement and help you stay accountable to facing those fears. Examples of courage and resilience in action. Career growth. Through resilience. Sarah faced repeated rejections when applying for her dream job in a competitive field. Instead of giving up, she sought feedback, improved her skills, and continued applying. Eventually, her resilience paid off, and she secured a position in her field of choice. Personal development through courage. Tom had always wanted to travel alone, but feared the uncertainty of navigating new places on his own. With careful planning, he took his first solo trip, and the experience taught him that he could handle challenges independently, boosting his confidence. Building resilience in relationships. Michael went through a difficult breakup that left him feeling defeated. Instead of avoiding relationships, he used the experience to reflect on what went wrong, improve his communication skills, and approach future relationships with a stronger sense of self. Why courage and resilience are essential for growth. Without courage, it's easy to remain in one's comfort zone, avoiding risks and missing out on opportunities for growth. Resilience, meanwhile, allows you to recover when things don't go as planned, teaching you that setbacks aren't permanent. Together, courage and resilience enable you to keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles you encounter. They also build self-trust, which boosts your ability to face future challenges with confidence. Chapter summary. Courage, more than bravery. Courage is about facing fears and acting according to your values. Types of courage include moral, physical, and emotional courage. Resilience. This is the ability to bounce back from challenges. Resilient people see setbacks as opportunities for growth. Practical techniques. Build courage and resilience through small challenges, embracing failure, practicing self-compassion, developing a growth mindset, and seeking support. Overcoming fear. Face fears by identifying them, using visualization, practicing mindfulness, and gradually confronting the fear source. Impact on personal growth. Courage and resilience empower you to pursue goals, recover from setbacks, and trust yourself, enhancing both self-confidence and life satisfaction. By developing courage and resilience, you prepare yourself for the inevitable challenges of life, empowering you to approach them with confidence and strength. In the next chapter, we'll look at how to establish meaningful relationships and foster emotional connections with others, a crucial skill for building a fulfilling and well-rounded life. Chapter 5. Building meaningful relationships and emotional connections. Relationships are at the heart of a fulfilling life. They provide support, bring joy, and offer opportunities for growth. However, building meaningful connections requires effort, emotional intelligence, and vulnerability. In this chapter, we'll explore the skills needed to create and maintain strong, authentic relationships, as well as how to cultivate emotional connections that go beyond surface-level interactions. The importance of authentic relationships. Relationships that are based on authenticity and trust have a profound impact on our well-being. Authentic connections encourage us to be ourselves, creating a safe space for growth and self-expression. These relationships are built on respect, empathy, and open communication, allowing us to experience deeper connections that enrich our lives. Authentic relationships provide both support and accountability, helping us navigate life's ups and downs. In contrast, superficial relationships often lack depth and can leave us feeling disconnected or misunderstood. By investing in meaningful connections, we create a network of support that can positively impact our mental health and personal growth. Example in action. Imagine two friends, Mark and Alex. Mark is always willing to listen to Alex and provides honest feedback, helping him make better decisions. Because of their authentic connection, Alex feels comfortable sharing his struggles and successes with Mark, knowing that he'll receive genuine support. Developing emotional intelligence for stronger connections. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to understand, manage, and express emotions effectively. High EQ enables us to recognize our own emotions and empathize with others, making it easier to connect on a deeper level. Emotional intelligence is essential for building relationships because it fosters empathy, helps us navigate conflicts, and allows us to communicate more effectively. The four key components of emotional intelligence are self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. Self-awareness. Understanding your own emotions is the foundation of EQ. Self-awareness helps you recognize how your emotions influence your thoughts and behavior, making it easier to manage reactions and communicate openly. Self-regulation. The ability to manage emotions and stay calm under pressure is essential for maintaining positive relationships. Self-regulation involves recognizing triggers, pausing before reacting, and choosing a thoughtful response. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Practicing empathy allows you to see things from another's perspective, making it easier to build trust and rapport. Social skills. Good social skills, such as active listening, effective communication, and conflict resolution, help you interact with others positively and manage interpersonal challenges. Practical tip. Practice active listening by fully focusing on the person speaking, avoiding interruptions, and summarizing what you heard. This shows that you value their thoughts and helps deepen the connection. Building trust and openness in relationships. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Building trust requires honesty, consistency, and respect. When you show up for others consistently and communicate openly, trust builds naturally over time. Trust also involves being reliable and keeping your word. If you make a promise, follow through with it, even if it's a small commitment. Openness, on the other hand, involves being willing to share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences with others. Vulnerability can feel risky, but it's essential for creating genuine bonds. Sharing your personal thoughts and emotions helps others see the real you, which in turn encourages them to be open with you as well. Example in action. Imagine you're getting to know a new friend. By being open about your interests, values, and goals, you create an atmosphere where both of you feel comfortable sharing openly. Over time, this openness builds trust and a deeper connection. Practical ways to build emotional connections. Express appreciation and gratitude. Regularly showing appreciation helps others feel valued and respected. Small gestures such as saying thank you or acknowledging someone's efforts can strengthen your connection. Practical tip. Make a habit of expressing gratitude at the end of each day. Reflect on 1 or 2 things you're grateful for in your relationships, and if possible, let the person know how much you appreciate them. Engage in meaningful conversations. Go beyond small talk to discuss topics that matter to you and the other person. This could include personal goals, experiences, or challenges. Engaging in meaningful conversations allows you to connect on a deeper level. Example in action. Instead of only discussing day-to-day activities, ask your friend about their aspirations or challenges. By listening to their perspective, you gain insight into what's important to them. Be vulnerable and share personal stories. Vulnerability fosters connection. Share stories about your experiences, even those that involve struggles or mistakes. This openness encourages others to share as well, creating a bond based on mutual understanding. Spend quality time together. Building relationships takes time and intentionality. Prioritize quality time, whether it's through shared activities, conversations, or simply being present with each other without distractions. Practical tip. Set aside time each week for one-on-one interactions with friends or family members. Whether it's a coffee date, a phone call, or a shared hobby, these moments strengthen the relationship. Practice empathy and offer support. Be there for others, especially during challenging times. Practicing empathy and offering support shows that you care, strengthening the bond between you. Example in action. If a friend is going through a tough time, let them know you're there to listen. Offering your presence without judgment can provide immense comfort and deepen your connection. Managing conflict, a key skill for lasting relationships. Conflict is a natural part of relationships, but handling it constructively is key to maintaining harmony. Effective conflict management involves clear communication, active listening, and a willingness to compromise. Approaching conflicts with empathy and patience helps prevent misunderstandings and allows both parties to feel heard. Stay calm and focus on the issue. Avoid letting emotions escalate. Take deep breaths and focus on the issue rather than making personal attacks. Staying calm makes it easier to find a solution. Use I statements. Instead of blaming the other person, use I statements to express how you feel. For example, I feel hurt when, rather than you always. Listen actively and reflect. Give the other person a chance to speak without interrupting, and reflect back on what you heard to ensure understanding. This demonstrates respect and helps avoid misunderstandings. Find common ground and compromise. In most conflicts, both parties need to compromise. Find a middle ground where both of you feel satisfied with the solution. Example in action. If you're in a disagreement with a friend, instead of focusing on winning the argument, aim to understand their perspective and find a solution that works for both of you. This approach strengthens the relationship, even in difficult moments. Overcoming common challenges in building connections. Fear of rejection. Many people struggle with vulnerability due to a fear of rejection. Overcoming this fear takes practice and self-assurance, reminding yourself that genuine connections are worth the risk. Difficulty expressing emotions. Some people find it hard to express emotions, especially in relationships. Developing self-awareness and practicing open communication can help make emotional expression easier. Balancing independence with connection. While relationships are important, it's also essential to maintain personal independence. Building a balance between personal growth and social connection helps create healthier relationships. The impact of meaningful relationships on well-being. Strong, meaningful relationships are closely linked to mental and emotional well-being. They provide a sense of belonging, reduce stress, and offer support during difficult times. People with healthy relationships tend to experience lower levels of depression and anxiety, and they're often more resilient in the face of life's challenges. Connections built on trust, respect, and shared experiences also contribute to a sense of fulfillment and purpose, enhancing overall life satisfaction. Chapter summary. Authentic relationships. These are grounded in trust, empathy, and openness, fostering genuine connections that support personal growth. Emotional intelligence. Developing self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills is essential for building strong relationships. Building trust and openness. Consistency and honesty build trust, while vulnerability encourages deeper connections. Practical techniques. Express appreciation, engage in meaningful conversations, spend quality time together, practice empathy, and manage conflict constructively. Overcoming challenges. Overcoming fear of rejection, learning to express emotions, and balancing independence with connection are common challenges in relationships. Well-being impact. Meaningful relationships improve mental health, reduce stress, and enhance resilience, contributing to a fulfilling life. Developing meaningful relationships is a lifelong journey. The effort you invest in understanding, connecting, and supporting others will not only deepen your relationships, but also enhance your own emotional well-being. In the next chapter, we'll focus on setting personal goals, a vital step in establishing independence and purpose. Chapter 6. Setting and achieving personal goals. Establishing and achieving personal goals is one of the most effective ways to shape your own future. Goals give life purpose and direction, empowering you to make choices that align with your values and vision. In this chapter, we'll discuss the importance of goal setting, techniques for defining and breaking down goals, and methods for overcoming obstacles along the way. By mastering these skills, you'll cultivate discipline, increase self-confidence, and learn the value of persistence. The importance of setting personal goals. Setting personal goals provides structure and motivation. Goals serve as a roadmap, helping you focus your efforts on what truly matters, from career achievements to personal growth. With clear goals, you have a sense of purpose, a vision to guide your actions, and milestones to measure your progress. Goals also help in building a sense of accomplishment. Every time you achieve a goal, you reinforce the belief that you're capable of growth and change. This creates a positive feedback loop, where each success motivates you to set and pursue new goals. Example in action. Imagine your goal is to learn a new language. By setting milestones, such as reaching conversational fluency in 6 months, you're motivated to practice daily, track your progress, and celebrate small victories along the way. Different types of goals. Short-term versus long-term. It's helpful to distinguish between short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals are usually achievable within a few days, weeks, or months, while long-term goals require years of dedication. Both types are essential, and each serves a different purpose in personal development. Short-term goals. These are immediate, achievable objectives that serve as building blocks toward larger aspirations. Examples include completing a certification, exercising regularly for a month, or saving a specific amount of money. Short-term goals keep you motivated by providing regular opportunities for success. Long-term goals. These goals require sustained effort and time, such as advancing in your career, mastering a skill, or achieving financial independence. Long-term goals give your life direction and help you focus on the big picture, but they're often more challenging to stay committed to. Practical tip. To make long-term goals more achievable, break them down into smaller, manageable short-term goals. Each small accomplishment brings you closer to the bigger goal and keeps you motivated. Setting effective goals using the SMART framework. One popular method for goal setting is the SMART framework, which ensures your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific. Define your goal clearly so you know exactly what you're aiming for. Instead of, I want to be healthier, specify, I want to exercise 4 times a week. Measurable. Set criteria to track your progress. For instance, if you're learning to play the guitar, you could measure progress by the number of songs you can play or techniques you've mastered. Achievable. Make sure your goal is realistic given your resources and time. Setting achievable goals increases the likelihood of success and helps you stay motivated. Relevant. Your goals should align with your values and broader life aspirations. If career growth is important, a relevant goal might be improving specific skills that enhance your professional potential. Time-bound. Set a deadline to stay focused and motivated. For example, I want to run a 5K marathon by next June. Provides a timeline that encourages consistent progress. Example in action. Suppose you want to improve your physical fitness. A SMART goal could be, I will run 3 times a week and build up to a 5K run by the end of 3 months. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Breaking down goals into actionable steps. Once you have a clear goal, breaking it down into smaller, actionable steps makes it more manageable. Each step brings you closer to your goal, and by focusing on one task at a time, you avoid feeling overwhelmed. Example in action. If your goal is to write a book, break it down into smaller steps, like creating an outline, setting a word count target for each week, and drafting individual chapters. Focusing on each chapter separately makes the entire project feel achievable. Practical tip: use a planner or digital tool to create a timeline of action steps. Tracking your progress visually can provide a sense of accomplishment as you move toward your goal. Staying motivated and overcoming obstacles. Motivation fluctuates, so it's essential to have strategies in place to keep moving forward even when enthusiasm wanes. Challenges and setbacks are part of the journey, but developing resilience and perseverance ensures you don't lose sight of your goals. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress by celebrating each milestone. This reinforces your commitment and gives you a motivational boost to continue. Visualize success. Visualization techniques can strengthen your motivation by helping you imagine the benefits of achieving your goal. Picture yourself enjoying the outcome, whether it's a sense of pride, a skill you've mastered, or the accomplishment itself. Build a support system. Share your goals with friends, family, or mentors who can provide encouragement, hold you accountable, and celebrate your successes with you. Learn from setbacks. Challenges are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your progress. Treat setbacks as learning experiences, reflecting on what went wrong and adjusting your approach as needed. Example in action. If you miss a week of workouts due to illness, instead of giving up on your fitness goal, adapt your plan to start with lighter exercises as you recover, managing time and prioritizing goals. Effectively managing your time ensures that you can work toward your goals without neglecting other responsibilities. Prioritizing is essential, as it helps you focus on goals that are most important and time-sensitive. Use the Eisenhower matrix. This tool divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. This approach allows you to prioritize tasks that have the greatest impact on your goals. Create a weekly schedule. Allocate specific blocks of time each week for goal-related activities. Consistency, even in small amounts, can lead to significant progress over time. Eliminate distractions. Identify and minimize distractions that prevent you from working on your goals. Setting boundaries, such as limiting social media use, can improve focus and productivity. Example in action. If you're working toward a long-term financial goal, Dedicate a specific day each month to review your budget and track your savings. This regular commitment ensures you stay on track without overwhelming yourself. Developing discipline and self-accountability. Discipline is crucial for staying committed to your goals, especially when motivation is low. Developing self-accountability allows you to stay focused and maintain consistency. Set regular check-ins. Review your progress regularly to stay aware of your achievements and any areas where adjustments may be needed. Use rewards and consequences. Create a system of rewards for meeting milestones and set gentle consequences for not following through. This reinforces discipline and reminds you of the importance of consistency. Keep a journal or log. Documenting your journey can serve as a reminder of your progress, challenges, and lessons learned. A journal provides insight into patterns, helping you improve over time. Example in action. Suppose your goal is to save a certain amount of money by the end of the year. Set up a savings tracker and reward yourself with a small treat for every milestone you reach. Examples of personal goal-setting success stories. Career advancement through goal setting. After years of experience in customer service, John set a goal to transition into a managerial role. By taking specific courses, networking, and seeking mentorship, he achieved his goal within 2 years, exemplifying how goal setting can lead to career growth. Health transformation. Emily wanted to adopt a healthier lifestyle. She set a SMART goal to lose 15 pounds in 3 months by exercising and improving her diet. Through careful planning, consistent effort, and a support system, she achieved her goal, reinforcing her belief in self-discipline and persistence. Skill acquisition for personal growth. Robert decided to learn photography as a creative outlet. By setting short-term goals to complete online courses and long-term goals to build a portfolio, he gradually improved his skills and found joy in his hobby. The role of reflection in goal achievement. Regular reflection helps you assess your progress, celebrate successes, and identify any changes needed. Reflection ensures that your goals remain relevant, and it provides an opportunity to learn from both successes and setbacks. Evaluate your progress. Assess whether you're on track to achieve your goal. If not, identify the obstacles and adjust your plan. Celebrate achievements. Reflecting on what you've accomplished keeps you motivated and reminds you of your progress. Refine goals as needed. Sometimes goals change due to new priorities or circumstances. Regular reflection helps you decide if a goal still aligns with your vision or if adjustments are needed. Chapter summary. Types of goals. Short-term and long-term goals provide direction and motivation. Both are essential for personal growth. SMART framework. Setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals ensures clarity and focus. Actionable steps in overcoming obstacles. Break down goals into smaller tasks, celebrate small wins, and maintain motivation by visualizing success. Time management. Prioritize tasks and eliminate distractions to stay focused on what matters most. Discipline and reflection. Discipline and regular reflection enhance self-accountability, helping you stay committed to your goals. Setting and achieving personal goals is a transformative process that builds confidence, resilience, and a sense of purpose. Through goal setting, you take control of your life and create the path you want to follow. In the next chapter, we'll explore the importance of resilience and adaptability in navigating life's challenges and maintaining personal growth. Chapter 7. Cultivating resilience and adaptability. Life is full of unexpected challenges and changes, and resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, plays a key role in navigating these situations. Adaptability, the ability to adjust to new circumstances, is equally crucial in today's fast-paced world. In this chapter, we'll explore how to build resilience and develop adaptability, providing you with the tools to face setbacks with strength, embrace change, and continue your personal growth journey no matter the circumstances. Understanding resilience and its importance. Resilience is the mental strength that allows people to recover from failures, face hardships, and continue pursuing their goals. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means finding healthy ways to cope, learning from each experience, and growing stronger. By developing resilience, you cultivate the mindset needed to overcome setbacks and pursue your goals with confidence, no matter what obstacles arise. Resilience is essential because it builds confidence. Knowing that you can handle adversity boosts self-belief, promotes mental health. Resilient people experience lower stress levels and a greater sense of control. Enhances personal growth. Facing challenges helps develop problem-solving skills, empathy, and emotional strength. Example in action. When Sarah lost her job unexpectedly, she initially felt discouraged. However, by focusing on her strengths and using the setback as a chance to explore new career opportunities, she not only found a new job, but discovered a passion for a different field. This experience reinforced her resilience and encouraged her to view future challenges as growth opportunities. Characteristics of resilient people. Resilient individuals tend to have specific qualities that help them cope with adversity and move forward with optimism. Optimism. Rather than focusing on the negative, resilient people choose to view setbacks as temporary. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means believing in the possibility of a positive outcome. Emotional regulation. Resilient people manage their emotions constructively, which helps them respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Problem-solving skills. Resilient individuals are skilled at identifying challenges and finding solutions, even when obstacles seem overwhelming. Adaptability. Resilient people can shift their approach as needed, which helps them face new circumstances with flexibility. Purpose and meaning. Having a sense of purpose provides motivation to persevere, even during tough times. People with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to view challenges as meaningful experiences. Example in action. When facing a difficult project at work, resilient individuals might break down the task into manageable parts and seek help from colleagues if needed, instead of feeling overwhelmed by the size of the challenge. Developing resilience. Practical techniques. Building resilience requires practice and patience. Here are effective ways to strengthen your resilience over time. Embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset encourages you to view challenges as opportunities to learn. Instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, view it as a chance to develop new skills. Set realistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations can lead to unnecessary stress. Setting achievable goals helps you stay motivated and reduces frustration when facing obstacles. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself during difficult times. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with understanding and patience, which fosters emotional resilience. Build a support system. Having supportive friends, family, or mentors to turn to can provide comfort and perspective during challenging times. Develop healthy coping mechanisms. Learn healthy ways to cope with stress, such as exercise, mindfulness, journaling, or talking to a trusted person. Avoiding unhealthy coping mechanisms like excessive screen time or self-isolation promotes resilience. Practical tip. If you're facing a setback, try journaling about what you learned from the experience and how it could help you in the future. This reflective process can make the challenge feel less daunting and more like a growth opportunity. Building adaptability in a changing world. Adaptability is the ability to adjust to new situations with an open mind. Life is unpredictable, and being adaptable helps you stay calm and resourceful, no matter what changes come your way. By developing adaptability, you learn to view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. Stay open to new experiences. Trying new things, whether it's learning a skill or exploring a different perspective, builds adaptability. The more comfortable you become with unfamiliar experiences, the easier it is to adjust to unexpected changes. Learn to let go of control. While planning is essential, it's also important to recognize that some factors are beyond your control. Focusing on what you can influence rather than what you can't is crucial to staying adaptable. Practice flexibility in daily life. Small adjustments, such as taking a different route to work or changing your routine, help you build flexibility and prepare you for bigger changes. Focus on solutions, not problems. Instead of dwelling on challenges, shift your focus to possible solutions. This approach encourages resourcefulness and helps you approach problems with a positive outlook. Embrace lifelong learning. By continually seeking knowledge and learning new skills, you prepare yourself to adapt to new circumstances with ease. Example in action. Imagine you're used to a particular workflow at work, but your company implements new technology. Instead of resisting the change, viewing it as an opportunity to learn and grow allows you to adapt smoothly and maybe even find ways to use the new tools to enhance your productivity. Building resilience and adaptability through reflection. Reflection allows you to evaluate your experiences, identify areas for improvement, and reinforce your progress. By regularly reflecting on your actions, you strengthen your resilience and adaptability. Regularly review goals and adjustments. Reflect on your progress toward personal goals and consider any changes you may need to make to your approach. Assess your reactions to challenges. Consider how you handled recent obstacles. Ask yourself what went well, what didn't, and what you could do differently next time. Acknowledge strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness helps you recognize areas where you're naturally resilient and areas where you need improvement, giving you a balanced view of your abilities. Celebrate growth. Acknowledge your successes, even small ones, and give yourself credit for persevering. Celebrating growth encourages a positive outlook and reinforces your resilience. Practical tip: set aside time at the end of each week to reflect on your experiences. Write down any challenges you faced, how you dealt with them, and what you learned. This practice enhances self-awareness and builds resilience. Developing a resilience toolkit for life's challenges. Having a resilience toolkit equips you with resources to handle stress and change effectively. Here are some components to consider. Mindfulness exercises. Practicing mindfulness reduces stress and increases self-awareness. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and mindful journaling can help you stay grounded in difficult moments. Physical activity. Exercise has proven benefits for mental health. Physical activity releases endorphins, which improve mood, reduce stress, and enhance resilience. Support network. Your support system is one of your most valuable assets. Regularly connecting with people who care about you provides comfort and perspective during tough times. Personal affirmations. Affirmations can shift your mindset and reinforce self-belief. For example, repeating phrases like, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way," can increase confidence and reduce anxiety. Example in action. Consider someone who has created a resilience toolkit and uses it during challenging times. When faced with stress, they practice deep breathing, review affirmations that remind them of their strength, and reach out to a close friend for support. This approach not only calms them, but also builds resilience for future challenges. Case studies. Examples of resilience in action. Academic setback. After failing an important exam, Laura could have given up, but she used the experience as a learning opportunity. By seeking help from a tutor, adjusting her study methods, and staying determined, she passed the exam on her second attempt. This experience taught her the value of perseverance. Health challenge. John was diagnosed with a chronic illness that forced him to alter his lifestyle. Although initially discouraged, he embraced adaptability by learning about his condition, adjusting his routine, and finding new hobbies. This journey taught him resilience and empowered him to live fully within his limitations. Career transition. Maria lost her job during an economic downturn. Instead of viewing it as a failure, she used the opportunity to explore a career in a different field she'd always been interested in. By adapting to the new path, she not only found a new job, but also discovered a sense of fulfillment. The role of resilience and adaptability in long-term success. Resilience and adaptability are essential for long-term personal and professional success. These qualities allow you to face challenges with confidence, embrace change with an open mind, and pursue your goals regardless of obstacles. People who are resilient and adaptable are often more satisfied with their lives, as they're better equipped to handle whatever life throws at them. Chapter Summary: Resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks, build emotional strength, and continue growing. Key traits include optimism, emotional regulation, problem-solving skills, adaptability, and a sense of purpose. Building resilience. Techniques include embracing a growth mindset, practicing self-compassion, and developing a support system. Adaptability. The capacity to adjust to new circumstances with an open mind. Staying open to new experiences and practicing flexibility builds adaptability. Reflection and growth. Regularly assessing your experiences and reactions strengthens resilience and adaptability. Resilience Toolkit. Mindfulness, physical activity, a support network, and affirmations form a valuable toolkit for handling stress and change. By cultivating resilience and adaptability, you equip yourself to thrive in both good times and bad. Embracing challenges as opportunities to grow strengthens you for the journey ahead. In the next chapter, we'll explore the significance of self-awareness and emotional intelligence in personal growth and relationships. Developing self-awareness. Becoming self-aware requires intentional practices. Here are methods to enhance your self-awareness. Reflective journaling. Writing about your experiences, emotions, and thoughts helps you identify patterns, process your feelings, and understand your reactions. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness increases awareness by encouraging you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice enhances present moment awareness and helps you recognize your emotional responses. Seek feedback. Ask for constructive feedback from trusted individuals. Understanding how others perceive you can provide valuable insights into your behavior and its impact on others. Self-reflection. Set aside time to think about your actions, choices, and motivations. Regularly asking yourself questions like, "Why did I react that way?" or "What am I trying to achieve?" deepens self-understanding. Practical tip. Begin or end each day with a few minutes of reflective journaling, noting any significant events, feelings, or thoughts. Over time, this practice helps reveal patterns in your emotions and behaviors, which increases self-awareness. Understanding emotional intelligence, EI. Emotional intelligence, EI, is the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and express emotions in yourself and others. EI is composed of several core competencies. Self-awareness, recognizing and understanding your emotions as they arise. Self-regulation, managing your emotions in healthy ways and maintaining control over impulsive reactions. Motivation, channeling emotions toward positive goals, particularly when faced with challenges. Empathy, understanding and sharing the feelings of others, which enhances interpersonal relationships. Social skills, building effective communication, cooperation, and conflict resolution skills. Example in action. Imagine David, who has high EI, notices that a colleague is stressed about a project. By offering support and understanding, David demonstrates empathy, which strengthens their professional relationship and improves teamwork. The importance of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is essential in various aspects of life, from personal well-being to professional success. Improved relationships. Empathy and communication skills foster stronger, more authentic relationships with friends, family, and colleagues. Better stress management. Emotional intelligence helps you manage stress by recognizing your feelings and responding constructively. Increased resilience. Emotional regulation skills build resilience, allowing you to stay calm and focused in difficult situations. Enhanced leadership abilities. Leaders with high EI are often more effective as they inspire trust, understand team dynamics, and manage conflicts skillfully. Example in action. Emily, a teacher, uses emotional intelligence to create a supportive classroom environment. By recognizing her students' emotional needs and responding with patience and empathy, she helps them feel valued, which enhances their motivation to learn. Techniques for developing emotional intelligence. Building emotional intelligence takes practice, but it's achievable through dedicated effort. Here are strategies to improve each EI component. Improve self-awareness. Practice mindfulness and journaling to become more aware of your emotions. Pay attention to physical cues, like tense muscles or shallow breathing, which may indicate stress or frustration. Practice self-regulation. When you notice negative emotions, take a few deep breaths before responding. Try reframing the situation to find a positive angle or a lesson. Develop empathy. Practice active listening when others are speaking. Focus on their words, tone, and body language, and try to see the situation from their perspective. Enhance motivation. Identify what drives you and set meaningful goals. Remind yourself of these goals when facing challenges, and use positive affirmations to stay motivated. Strengthen social skills. Practice open, honest communication and work on resolving conflicts calmly. Maintaining a respectful tone, even when disagreeing, helps build trust and mutual understanding. Example in action. During a heated discussion at work, David notices his frustration building. Instead of reacting impulsively, he pauses, takes a deep breath, and reframes his thoughts, choosing to address the issue constructively. This response reflects self-regulation, a key aspect of EI. Examples of high emotional intelligence in action. Navigating difficult conversations. Claire, a project manager, uses EI to handle a disagreement with a colleague. By acknowledging the colleague's perspective and expressing her own viewpoint calmly, she resolves the issue without escalating conflict. Supporting a friend in need. When Jake's friend goes through a tough time, Jake listens without offering unsolicited advice, showing empathy and emotional support. This response strengthens their friendship and helps his friend feel heard and valued. Maintaining positivity in a team. Rachel, a team leader, encourages positivity during a challenging project by reminding her team of their strengths and progress. Her motivational approach keeps the team's morale high and fosters collaboration. Building self-awareness and EI through reflection. Reflection reinforces self-awareness and EI by encouraging you to assess your actions, emotions, and responses. Here's how to use reflection to enhance these qualities. Analyze your reactions. After a challenging interaction, think about your emotional response. Ask yourself why you felt that way and what you could do differently next time. Identify emotional patterns. Pay attention to recurring emotions in certain situations. For instance, if you often feel anxious before presentations, recognizing this pattern allows you to develop coping strategies. Celebrate growth. Reflect on instances where you managed emotions constructively or demonstrated empathy. Recognizing your progress reinforces these behaviors. Practical tip. At the end of each week, take time to reflect on situations where you practiced emotional intelligence. Documenting these experiences helps you track your growth and identify areas for improvement. Using self-awareness and EI in everyday life. Self-awareness and emotional intelligence have practical applications in everyday interactions, helping you navigate complex situations with ease and empathy. Handling conflict. Self-awareness allows you to recognize your emotional triggers, while EI helps you manage your response. Together, these skills enable you to approach conflicts calmly and seek solutions that benefit all parties. Strengthening relationships. Practicing empathy and active listening deepens connections with others, fostering trust and mutual understanding. Managing stress. By understanding and regulating your emotions, you can handle stress more effectively, reducing the likelihood of burnout. Example in action. Imagine that you receive constructive criticism at work. Instead of reacting defensively, you use self-awareness to recognize your initial response, then practice self-regulation to respond calmly. This approach demonstrates emotional intelligence and helps maintain a positive relationship with your colleague. Examples of self-awareness and EI in successful individuals. Many successful leaders attribute their achievements to high levels of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Here are a few examples. Empathetic leadership. Former CEO Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture by emphasizing empathy and emotional intelligence. His approach encouraged open communication, collaboration, and innovation within the company. Self-awareness and personal growth. Oprah Winfrey's journey to self-awareness helped her understand her values, beliefs, and goals. By embracing self-reflection and emotional intelligence, she built a successful career that aligns with her sense of purpose. Navigating crisis with EI. Former President Nelson Mandela exemplified emotional intelligence by promoting peace and understanding, even under challenging circumstances. His empathy, self-regulation, and resilience inspired unity and change. Chapter summary: Self-awareness. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and impact on others. Techniques include journaling, mindfulness, and seeking feedback. Emotional intelligence, the ability to manage emotions in yourself and others. Key components are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Building EI, developing self-awareness, practicing empathy, and enhancing social skills improve emotional intelligence. Reflection. Regular reflection strengthens self-awareness and EI, reinforcing constructive behaviors. Everyday application. Self-awareness and EI enhance relationships, aid conflict resolution, and reduce stress. By mastering self-awareness and emotional intelligence, you equip yourself to face challenges thoughtfully, build meaningful relationships, and pursue a life that aligns with your values. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of communication skills and how effective communication can deepen your connections and open doors to new opportunities. Chapter 9. Mastering communication skills for connection and success. Communication is the bridge that connects us with others, conveying our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Effective communication enhances relationships, builds trust, and opens doors to personal and professional growth. In this chapter, we'll delve into the components of effective communication, explore strategies for improving communication skills, and consider how strong communication fosters connection and success. The importance of communication skills. Good communication goes beyond just speaking clearly. It involves active listening, empathy, and the ability to express ideas in a way that resonates with others. Mastering communication helps you strengthen relationships. Open and honest communication fosters trust and deepens connections with others. Resolve conflicts. Effective communicators can address misunderstandings calmly and find mutually beneficial solutions. Enhance career opportunities. Clear communication is highly valued in professional settings, making you a more effective team member and leader. Boost confidence. Being able to articulate your thoughts clearly boosts self-assurance, both personally and professionally. Example in action. When Sarah, a project manager, encountered a scheduling conflict with her team, she approached it by actively listening to her colleagues' concerns. Her approach helped the team feel valued, and together they found a workable solution, demonstrating the power of clear and empathetic communication. Components of effective communication. Effective communication has several core components that, when combined, allow you to connect with others and convey your ideas clearly. Active listening. Listening with full attention and without interrupting ensures you understand the speaker's message. It involves focusing on the speaker, making eye contact, and responding thoughtfully. Clarity and brevity. Communicating clearly and concisely helps your message come across without confusion. Avoid using unnecessary jargon or overly complex language. Nonverbal communication. Body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice can reinforce or contradict your words. Paying attention to these signals improves understanding. Empathy. Understanding and acknowledging the feelings of others helps you build rapport and address their needs effectively. Confidence. Speaking with confidence helps others trust your message. Confidence comes from preparation and self-awareness about the subject. Example in action. During a presentation, Mark noticed that some of his audience looked confused. By pausing to clarify and using simpler language, he ensured his message was understood, demonstrating the importance of clarity and nonverbal awareness. Building active listening skills. Active listening is foundational to effective communication. Here's how to develop and practice it. Focus on the speaker. Give the speaker your undivided attention, making eye contact and nodding occasionally to show you're engaged. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker finish before responding. Interrupting can make them feel unheard and diminish trust. Ask open-ended questions. Questions like, "How did you feel about that?" encourage the speaker to share more and demonstrate your genuine interest. Paraphrase for clarity. Summarize or repeat key points to ensure you've understood correctly, such as, "So you're saying that?" Practice empathy. Try to understand the speaker's perspective. This helps you respond in a way that validates their feelings. Practical tip. During your next conversation, focus on not interrupting the speaker, even if you have an immediate response. This simple practice strengthens your active listening skills. Improving verbal communication. Verbal communication is about expressing yourself in a way that's clear and engaging. Here's how to strengthen your verbal skills. Organize your thoughts. Before speaking, think about the main points you want to convey. Organizing your thoughts prevents rambling and helps keep your message focused. Use simple language. Avoid jargon and overly complex vocabulary. Communicating in plain language helps ensure your message is accessible to a broad audience. Pause for emphasis. Pausing at strategic points gives listeners time to process information and emphasizes important points. Be specific. Specific examples and details help clarify your message and make it more relatable. Speak with enthusiasm. Passion and energy in your tone of voice make your message more engaging and memorable. Example in action. When presenting a project update, Maria used specific examples and emphasized key points through pausing, making her presentation both clear and impactful. Mastering nonverbal communication. Nonverbal cues often speak louder than words, adding depth and context to your message. Here are ways to become more aware of and improve your nonverbal communication. Maintain eye contact. Eye contact conveys interest and confidence. Avoid staring, but try to make natural eye contact to establish trust. Use open body language. Standing or sitting with an open posture, uncrossed arms, and relaxed shoulders makes you appear approachable and attentive. Observe facial expressions. Your facial expressions should align with your message. Smiling when appropriate and nodding when listening shows empathy and engagement. Pay attention to tone of voice. Your tone can convey emotions that words alone might not capture. Avoid monotony and use a tone that reflects your message's intent. Mirror positive body language. Subtly mirroring the other person's body language can create a sense of rapport and mutual understanding. Example in action. During a job interview, James maintained eye contact, smiled when appropriate, and used an open posture. His nonverbal cues complemented his responses and projected confidence and sincerity. Practicing empathy in communication. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is essential for building strong connections. Here's how to incorporate empathy into your communication. Listen to understand, not to respond. Approach conversations with an open mind, aiming to understand the other person's perspective without preparing a response. Acknowledge emotions. Recognize and validate others' feelings, even if you don't agree with them. Simple statements like, "I can see why that was challenging for you," demonstrate empathy. Show genuine interest. Ask questions that allow the speaker to share more about their thoughts and experiences. This demonstrates that you value their perspective. Avoid judgment. Refrain from making assumptions or judgments. Approaching conversations with empathy requires setting aside biases. Practice patience. Empathy often means giving others time and space to express themselves fully without rushing the conversation. Example in action. When a friend confided in Lucy about a personal struggle, she practiced empathy by listening quietly, nodding, and asking open-ended questions. This response made her friend feel supported and understood. Strengthening communication skills in everyday life. Improving communication skills takes regular practice. Here are simple ways to integrate these skills into your daily interactions. Engage in active listening in every conversation. Whether it's with a friend or colleague, practice focusing on the speaker without distractions. Observe nonverbal cues. Pay attention to others' body language, tone, and expressions. This awareness can help you respond more effectively. Practice clear and concise messaging. In emails, texts, or conversations, aim for clarity. Avoid long, complex sentences and get to the point quickly. Use I statements. In discussions, especially during conflicts, I statements, like "I feel" or "I need," express your perspective without sounding accusatory. Reflect on your conversations. Take time to think about recent conversations. Did you actively listen? Was your message clear? Reflecting helps identify areas for improvement. Practical tip. When speaking with someone today, try to use at least one I statement to express your feelings or needs. This practice can reduce defensiveness in conversations and make your message clearer. Examples of effective communication in professional success. Many successful professionals attribute their achievements to strong communication skills. Here are some inspiring examples. Effective leadership. Sheryl Sandberg, former COO of Facebook, is known for her transparent communication style. By actively listening to her team and encouraging open dialogue, she created a culture of trust and collaboration. Conflict resolution. Former President Abraham Lincoln demonstrated remarkable communication skills by handling difficult conversations with empathy and tact, helping unite people during challenging times. Public speaking excellence. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, was known for his captivating presentations. His ability to communicate complex ideas in simple terms inspired countless audiences and contributed to Apple's success. Chapter summary. Importance of communication. Effective communication strengthens relationships, resolves conflicts, and boosts career growth. Components of communication. Key elements include active listening, clarity, nonverbal cues, empathy, and confidence. Developing listening and verbal skills. Active listening, simplicity in language, and clarity improve verbal communication. Nonverbal and empathetic communication. Paying attention to body language and practicing empathy enhance connection and understanding. Daily practice. Integrating communication skills into daily interactions builds confidence and reinforces these abilities over time. Strong communication skills help you connect with others, convey your ideas effectively, and inspire those around you. By mastering communication, you equip yourself to build meaningful relationships and succeed in both personal and professional spheres. In the final chapter, we'll explore the journey of continuous growth and the steps you can take to sustain personal development throughout life. Chapter 10. The journey of lifelong growth. Personal growth doesn't end when you reach a specific milestone. It's a continuous journey of learning, self-discovery, and improvement. Embracing lifelong growth means committing to constant exploration, whether through new skills, knowledge, relationships, or personal insights. In this final chapter, we'll look at the elements of lifelong growth, practical ways to nurture it, and the benefits of approaching life as a continuous adventure. Embracing a growth mindset. A growth mindset, a term popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that you can develop abilities through dedication and effort. People with a growth mindset are more resilient in the face of challenges, seeing failures as learning opportunities rather than permanent setbacks. Key elements of a growth mindset include curiosity. Embrace a sense of wonder about the world. Curious individuals seek out new experiences and are motivated to learn. Resilience. Recognize that setbacks are part of the growth process and learn to bounce back from them. Flexibility. Be open to new ideas and perspectives. A flexible attitude allows you to adapt to changes and embrace opportunities for growth. Self-belief. Believe in your ability to grow and improve, even when the path forward seems uncertain. Example in action. After failing an important exam, David, a college student, chose to view the experience as a chance to improve his study habits and strengthen his knowledge. His growth mindset led him to adopt more effective learning strategies, resulting in future academic success. Setting meaningful and flexible goals. Goal setting is a vital part of personal growth, helping you chart a course for where you want to go and what you want to achieve. But lifelong growth isn't about rigidly adhering to a single path. It's about setting flexible goals that can evolve with you. Types of goals to support growth. Short-term goals. Set small, achievable goals that provide quick wins and build confidence. Long-term goals. These goals guide you toward a larger vision, like becoming an expert in a field or developing a fulfilling career. Growth goals. Focused on skill building or self-improvement. Growth goals emphasize progress over end results. Flexibility goals. Goals that allow for adjustments as you learn and grow, help you stay open to unexpected opportunities. Example in action. Emma, who initially set a goal to become a lawyer, discovered a passion for social work during her studies. By adapting her goals, she found a career path that was more aligned with her values and interests. Building habits for lifelong growth. Habits are powerful drivers of growth, providing consistency and structure that help you reach your goals. Establishing small, positive habits makes it easier to progress without relying solely on motivation, which can fluctuate. Tips for building positive habits. Start small. Focus on simple, achievable actions that you can sustain over time. Stay consistent. Consistency is more important than intensity. Aim to practice your habit regularly, even if it's for just a few minutes each day. Track progress. Monitoring your progress helps you stay accountable and recognize improvements. Reflect and adjust. Evaluate your habits periodically. If a habit isn't working as intended, adjust it to better fit your needs. Example in action. To improve his physical fitness, Alex started with a goal of walking 10 minutes each day. As he built consistency, he gradually increased his exercise time, developing a sustainable fitness routine. Expanding knowledge and skills. Learning is a lifelong endeavor, and the desire to expand your knowledge and skills keeps you engaged and adaptable. Here's how to cultivate a habit of learning. Read widely. Books, articles, and blogs expose you to new ideas and perspectives. Take courses or attend workshops. Pursuing formal education or skill-based workshops can deepen expertise and build practical abilities. Engage in conversations. Speaking with people from different backgrounds can broaden your horizons and offer fresh insights. Practice curiosity. Approach the world with a beginner's mindset. Ask questions, seek answers, and remain open to the unknown. Practical tip. Set a goal to learn something new each month, whether through reading, an online course, or a hands-on activity. Lifelong learners often find that new knowledge opens up unexpected opportunities. Building strong connections and networks. Relationships and communities play a crucial role in lifelong growth. People around us provide inspiration, support, and feedback, all of which are valuable for personal development. Tips for building meaningful connections. Engage in social activities. Joining clubs, teams, or volunteer groups can help you meet people with similar interests. Practice networking. Networking expands your circle and introduces you to individuals who can offer insights, mentorship, and encouragement. Show genuine interest in others. Building strong relationships involves giving attention, support, and empathy to others. Maintain contact. Building relationships is an ongoing effort. Stay in touch with your network, reach out regularly, and offer your support when needed. Example in action. When Laura decided to change careers, she reached out to a former colleague in her new field of interest. The colleague introduced her to others in the industry, providing a support network that eased her transition. The power of self-reflection. Self-reflection is an essential tool for growth, helping you process experiences, identify lessons, and clarify future goals. Regularly reflecting on your progress allows you to stay aligned with your values and continuously improve. How to practice self-reflection. Journaling. Documenting your thoughts, goals, and experiences in a journal fosters awareness and tracks your growth. Weekly or monthly reviews. Take time to evaluate your accomplishments, challenges, and areas for improvement. Meditation or quiet time. Meditation and quiet reflection create space for mental clarity and can reveal insights into your emotional well-being. Seek feedback. Receiving feedback from trusted individuals helps you see areas for growth from an outside perspective. Practical tip. Dedicate a few minutes each Sunday to reflecting on your week. Identify a positive accomplishment, a lesson learned, and one area where you want to improve in the coming week. The value of embracing change. Embracing change is a vital part of lifelong growth. Life rarely goes as planned, and the ability to adapt to change keeps you resilient, flexible, and open to new possibilities. Strategies for embracing change. Practice flexibility. See changes as opportunities rather than obstacles. Focus on learning. View change as a learning experience, even if it seems challenging at first. Manage fear. Accept that fear is a natural response to the unknown, but try to approach new situations with curiosity instead. Set small goals in new situations. Breaking down a big change into smaller steps makes it more manageable. Example in action. When John's job moved to a new city, he viewed it as an opportunity to explore new places, meet new people, and grow in his career. This mindset helped him adapt quickly and find enjoyment in the transition. Cultivating gratitude and positivity. A grateful and positive mindset enhances your growth journey, making challenges more manageable and successes more meaningful. Practicing gratitude fosters contentment and reminds you of the progress you've made, keeping you motivated. How to practice gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This habit trains your mind to focus on the positives. Acknowledge small wins. Celebrate even the smallest achievements. Each one contributes to your progress. Express appreciation. Take time to express appreciation to those around you, strengthening your connections and promoting positivity. Practice mindfulness. Staying present helps you appreciate the moment and reduces stress over the future. Example in action. After a long day, Sarah writes down 3 things she's grateful for, such as a supportive friend, a productive meeting, and a good meal. This habit keeps her outlook positive, even on challenging days. Examples of lifelong growth in action. Albert Einstein's curiosity. Renowned physicist Albert Einstein exemplified lifelong learning. His curiosity drove him to explore new concepts and theories well into his later years, inspiring countless scientists. Nelson Mandela's resilience. Mandela's journey of growth continued throughout his life. Even after his release from prison, he used his experiences to advocate for peace and reconciliation. Oprah Winfrey's self-reflection and empathy. Oprah attributes much of her success to a commitment to self-awareness, continuous learning, and empathy, allowing her to connect with audiences globally. Chapter summary. Growth mindset. Embrace curiosity, resilience, and flexibility in approaching life's challenges. Setting flexible goals, goals that evolve with you, help sustain growth without limiting your potential. Building positive habits, consistent, small habits build momentum toward lifelong growth. Continuous learning, expanding knowledge and skills keeps you adaptable and engaged with the world. Strong relationships. Relationships provide support, perspective, and growth opportunities. Self-reflection. Reflecting regularly on your experiences ensures you stay aligned with your goals and values. Embracing change and positivity. Adaptability and gratitude sustain growth by keeping you open to new possibilities. Conclusion. The journey from boyhood to manhood and from one stage of life to the next doesn't have a final destination. It's a process of evolving, learning, and becoming the best version of yourself. Each skill you develop, each challenge you overcome, and each connection you form enriches your life and shapes the person you are becoming. By embracing lifelong growth, you can look forward to a future filled with purpose, connection, and fulfillment. Remember, growth is not a race, it's a journey. Enjoy every step along the way.